Excuse me.
Alright, just getting logged in.
Alrighty. Grace is the only one not connected.
I'm hurrying, I'm sorry. I had to do jumping jacks, you see.
Oh wait, we're level 19 now?
Correct.
I forgot to readjust my shit. But don't worry, I can do it quick.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody talking right now?
No.
Nope.
Okay, I did a fix for my audio like 3 minutes ago when the last person talked, and then fucking nobody spoke, and I'm like, oh god, how did I fuck it up?
Yeah, multitasking.
All right. So, last session, we went to a space bar.
Ashton got super drunk.
What else is new?
I didn't work on my thing.
Oh, what else is new?
I forgot, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it for a second.
And we only had how long between sessions for you to work
That's
on
what
it?
makes it even worse.
Well, it gave me a lot more time to think up a lot of different things.
I can't wait to die instantly.
No, y'all are fine.
Are we gonna fight cosmic dragons and neutronium golems?
Are those things?
They were things in that weird super epic level handbook back in 3.5.
Yeah.
No idea.
That was the only epic version that actually kind of worked.
Did it kind of work? Because all it did was say, like, okay, it has, like, 10,000 D6 health. And it's just, what? It would literally just do normal dice amounts, but it'd be like, and, like, 200,000 of these. And it's like, what? Huh?
Well, yeah.
That's a lot of fucking things.
Highest damage you can do is like a D20 on a die, but the only way you can do now is more dice.
What's that? Like, things had auras for literal, like, light years and shit. Shit's wild. It was a fun read. Would never want to play it, but it's a fun read.
I'll have to look it up.
It's, do you remember what it was actually called?
Just epic something, I don't remember.
It was, because there was an actual epic level handbook that was just, it was like a little bit epic. But I'm, like, this was like cosmic level handbook or something, and it was like a third-party splat book for 3.5.
Oh,
literally-
third party.
It was literally called Epic Level Handbook. That was the name of it, like the official one.
No, there's a real one, but that doesn't have the stuff I'm talking about. The epic level handbook has like tier 30 monsters, very scary, but let me see if I can find it.
I don't care about unofficial stuff. I can just make it up myself. Anywho, yes, we went to the bar. And at the bar, we had a nice little time. We discussed some things. We met some people. And in the end, we headed out for our next lead. Took about a month of travel. And we are nearing the destination.
There you go. I put it in the chat.
All right.
Just an example, not the actual book.
All right. Challenge rating 9,711.
Yep. And these guys are meant to be like one of the chumps of this setting.
All right. So, yeah, you all learned some stuff. Is there anything you guys want to talk about from what you've learned? Any other questions while we're here?
So, Hilda's just been trying to distract herself with essentially, like, deck swabbing. Like, just menial labor, hoisting sail, shit like that.
Is Ashton still asleep?
No, it's a whole month. You're good.
Oh,
Slept the whole month?
I was about space drinks.
Yeah, everything was kind of interesting there.
So, should space be flammable?
No.
Should space be flammable? No, because there's no oxygen in space.
I say yes, because it'd be funny for us to have to avoid, like, a wildfire in space.
Well, see, here's the thing. There's wild space, which is basically where there's no atmosphere. And then outside of the crystal spheres, there's the phlogiston. And the phlogiston is flammable. So basically, any fire spells immediately explode on the caster. So you can't really use any fire in space.
Can you define phlogiston a little more? What is that?
It is a theoretical thing in olden times. Basically, the ether, where that's where all like that's how things can catch on fire because it was full of phlogiston.
Phlogiston. It's a new Scrabble word for me.
Yeah, that's the traditional like real word for it, which is a fake word. But yeah, that is what is outside of the crystal spheres. It is radiant, so you can see like through it and everything. You can see everything. There's no need for any light sources or anything like that. But yeah, it is flammable, highly flammable. That's why there's no cannons.
But you could say leave a delayed blast fireball and fly away.
If it does not have a flame when you cast it originally, then yes.
I suppose that's more aesthetic choice then. Like, because I whenever I visualize it, it's like a little pin of fire, and then it gets boomed. But I don't know. It could just be empty or a rune. Either way, I don't have that spell, so I'll stop interrupting.
Yeah, Ashton learned about that while he was asking around.
So I'm not completely sold to that if we don't want that to be that way. But I do like the flavor of it.
I'm cool with like there being space like things to like worry about.
Yeah, space
Plus, we've
rules is
done a
probably
Crucible,
best rules.
so it'll be fine. Crucible would have been casting it anyway.
Yeah, because like experiencing space is obviously new, I think, for most of us, but especially for me because I'm just like, going along with it. So experiencing it as close as to the book rules to go, I think that's probably the best way to go. And if anything is like out of place, we will just talk about that, I guess. What do you think?
I am sorry, I was spacing out. Ha, get it?
Ha, ha. Where
But
are
really,
you?
I missed what you said. Could you say it
Good
again?
one.
I gotta get my freaking Twitch on my phone just to make you do something real quick.
Alright, so we'll play with the phlogiston. So yes, crystal spheres, they're little indestructible spheres. And inside are basically settings, me talking to you guys.
I'm gonna
So-
listen to what you say, Conrad, because then I gotta do some sit-ups.
So, is the spheres what we came out of? Like, what we lived on was one of the spheres?
So your world was inside of a sphere.
Oh.
And
That's
so
cool.
like different settings, right? Like the entire
Yeah.
universe of that setting is within a crystal sphere. Some of them are like light years, hundreds of like really really big. Basically, when you come up to most crystal spheres, it just looks like a wall because it's so big you cannot detect any of the curvature.
That is cool.
Yeah. So, and
So-
then inside of the sphere is just space, right? Normal space. They call it wild space, and that's just where there is no atmosphere, and there can be multiple planets inside of a sphere, and all that different good stuff. So,
So does So when we were basically like what you told me today, pretty much, is that shareable for the party, pretty much too?
yeah, if you want.
Okay, yeah, because Ashton would probably bring that up because he's like, we came from a tiny sphere and it was just filling in the whole entire group. That to other people, it's a very strange place, and they didn't even know how it existed out here all alone. And they're like, how can you fit all these planes in such a small sphere? And they even asked, like, how did it crack? So that's what Ashen's thinking, is like, what do you mean crack? Forgot
the
to ask.
gods.
So that's something we could probably ask Tezza. I think he would
What
probably
makes you
be
think
the,
Tessa's still alive?
well, because the pirate guy said so.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. I guess I forgot they did say that, huh?
Yeah, Tezza's easy to find. We don't have to worry about him.
Just follow the path of destruction.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, and I found the book it is. The Immortals Handbook Epic Bestiary. And it is... I did my exercise already. I did it.
Pay attention.
Stop napping.
Well, okay, what can I do?
All right, so yeah, very weird stuff about your own crystal sphere. That'll be good things to research and look into.
Yes, 100%. Because, like, did Ashen make it crack, or was it already cracked?
That's a good question.
What did you guys do over the month?
I learned how to maintain the ship.
Learn how to
Oh.
pilot the ship.
Oh.
I learned what it takes to captain a ship.
And Ashton did none of that.
What did you learn,
Hey.
Ashton?
Ashton wanted to know if there was gods in space. He wanted to
Hey.
be, punch
Like
a god in
higher
the face.
powers?
That was one
What?
of the goals, was punching a god in the face. Yeah, I remember that.
Is that your
That was a
bucket
long
list or
time ago.
something?
I don't know. I think it was just one of the goals Ashton had back when we made a guild.
I feel to be
or
like last thing on your bucket list because I'm pretty sure if you punched a god in the face, they would not like that very much.
Unless it was the god of face punching.
That's true. The god of face punching is pleased.
No,
Do
no,
it
see,
again.
we gotta find the god of having an unpunched face. And cause him to topple.
But your face is so punchable.
So, yeah, do gods exist in space?
You know, if you thought her face was punchable, you've obviously never met Ko.
Do they exist?
I have not heard him. It is weak sound.
Why do they exist? When do they exist? Where do they exist?
So, from what Ashton was told, there are no gods out here. Not in the space we're in. Just space. No planes, nothing. Just space. And the reason why is because millions of reasons. And there's not just one reason why. So there's like different theories of why the spheres were created. One's to protect us, one's to, protect themselves, or to keep the gods inside. But for the most part, there's just more mysterious for the orbs than anything. Especially a crack. That's interesting. And Ashen wonders if talking to the essence of death was the reason why. It ponders.
Is Ashton becoming a philosopher now?
Well, he is
Ashton's always
sober.
been curious. Yeah, Ashton's always been curious about magic and stuff like that. But as the character developed, he was learning more information about a lot of different ancient things, especially like when he was trying to find Jakash. So he found a lot more things as well. So that's why he's just wanting to get to know more. But yeah, sober part does have a good handle on why, because he's always probably looked at the stars and wondered what's out there, and now he's here.
And it's pretty bleak if you ask me.
What are you talking about? Everything is just natural processes.
Yeah, it's character development. He was
Progression.
once
It's science.
just a person that only cared about fighting and living, and now he's grown as the magic grew inside of him. That's probably the best way I could describe as being an Eldritch Knight. How else can you get, higher magic? You gotta learn.
Gotta fuck around with stuff and find out.
Exactly.
Gotta punch God in the face.
Exactly.
And the close enough to that was the Arena Master back then. And not dying was
Yes.
his greatest achievement. I don't know if you saw that, Sora. I fought the Arena
No,
Master.
I know you went back, but
No, I fought him to the death.
1v1.
yeah, wasn't
Yeah.
that when? Was that when we were all partied together, or was that
No,
after?
that just happened.
That was after.
Oh yeah,
that
I
was
knew
like,
you went back.
That was before you came back. That was because I killed the Ocean Lords. Oh, well, we killed them, and basically start war. And the Arena Master
Nice.
had a deal with me, and we fought in the arena. He
Yeah.
had a two-handed great Vorpal sword, and if he landed one natural 20, I would have been dead.
Didn't you only win because you flew up in the air and just started pelting
Yes.
them with shit?
Yes, I did.
So you pulled a me.
I survived.
Not only do you, but so good until someone has like either a ranged weapon or can cast magic far, far away.
He had
Yeah.
ranged. He just could not hit with it.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, Ashton, you did exactly what I did against you.
No, you punched my owl in the face. That's different.
And then I stayed up in the air and flew around and pot shot you.
But no, for the majority, I did fight on the floor, like toe to toe with him until I got to like 25 HP.
And despite being a level 20 fighter, he never got one natural 20.
Ouch.
Yeah. And he had advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. And he had like the stupid cloak that made him get disadvantage.
The displacer cloak.
Mhm.
Yep.
So that was hard to hit him. But yeah, so that happened. So that was Ashton's like mortal like god, pretty much, because that's who he looked up to in the face.
I mean,
in
the
that
cloak that I
space.
was looking for.
Yep. Yep. I mean, you thought you could get it for like cheap, and I'm like, no, that's a magic item that didn't need to be that rarity.
Oh, I get it.
It's literally like one of the
Obscene.
best items you could get, but it doesn't. It's not supposed to be that rarity.
Yeah.
It's fucking obscene. Fucking disadvantage on everything. Like, what?
And it puts it as what, rare, and I'm like, that should be like almost legendary at that point.
Yeah, just like how
Anywho.
my legendary ring allowed me to fly after capturing the air elemental.
Even my rarest item, which is what, the Arcane Grimoire, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
is basically the duo gem, but that's a very rare, and it's a rare. Right. No, my
But
tattoo.
yeah,
My tattoo is the rarest thing that I got.
so that's Ashen's goal next, is to find Tezza and go from there. figure out why the crack was created in the first place, because that just means like his family might not actually be as safe as he thought.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, you guys notice you stop traveling so fast, and then you see
Do we
the
feel
wall of a
momentum
crystal
in
sphere.
space?
No. You do notice that, like, when you're traveling fast, though, you're traveling very fast. A giant crystal wall comes up in front of you.
Have we been told about the crew that we're coming up on something?
No, it just happened. Y'all are going so fast, it's like, basically,
Yep.
it happens.
So Hilda will prepare for combat then, since this is otherwise unexpected.
Well, you see a giant crystal wall. This one just looks like brilliant shining diamonds. But you can actually see some of the curvature. It's not a very big crystal.
Is this one of the spheres that you were mentioning?
Yes.
Whoever I was talking to.
Yeah. Well, that's all done. Y'all are just on the ship, and they're letting you know. All right, we have arrived at our destination. And now the ship is sailing towards the sphere. It's going to take a little while. But, yeah. You guys start getting ready. They said we're going to land. Shouldn't be any hostiles here. But just be ready in case.
Yeah.
All right.
So what is this?
This is our next
Whoa.
lead. We follow Tezza here.
Oh.
If anybody knows where he's going to be next, we'll find out here.
Well, and so Hilda's just sort of looking at the big crystal wall. Do we climb it, or she still hasn't quite grasped the whole sphere thing? I'm sure she'll get it soon. But she didn't take that month learning that. She learned how to pull ropes.
He laughs and he says, "No, we've got something for that." And then you see the captain stand in the front of the ship, and he chants some magic spells, and you see a large portal appear in the shell.
Oh.
I'll fly through it.
I mean, the ship's gonna fly through it.
I start flying and then realize that the ship is flying through it.
Control with your brain.
Don't want to get out of the air pocket. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, you guys go right on through, and then on the other side, once you get through, it's like basically just going through a wall. If you look around, you can see the opposite end of the sphere, and it looks like just kind of space. Looks like space is painted on it almost. Mostly black, void, but you can see further up and up and up and up. There's different, like, large crystals shining and other heavenly objects right on the outside of the, or the inside of the sphere. So all those stars you see, they're not actually stars. They're things on the crust of the sphere.
So I'm getting space madness.
But there are also stars, as you see one off in the distance as you head towards a single planet that's going around it. This is it's kind of slow. This is space travel we're talking about, so it's gonna take like a whole week for you to reach there. So, yeah. During that time, you guys are just still learning more about your stuff. Sora joined Hilda working on the ship, and he learned very nicely that the ship has a gravity plane.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I already sent that to you. Why are you saying ooh, Grizz?
I know, but I just like being reactive.
I like how we did it at the same time too. Like.
Spying.
And just so you all know, I just sent the picture of how it works.
All right. Cool.
So there's a big air bubble around the ship, but also there's a gravity plane that goes, across the ship. Whoever is at the helm can also
The
modify
pictures are
where the
small.
gravity plane is. Yeah, I can try to find a bigger pic, but it's the same thing.
You just gotta zoom in. It's fine.
180 feet.
180 degrees. So basically, once you get on the opposite end of that line, gravity flips.
What happens if you end up just sort of stuck in the middle? Do you just hover there, trapped?
I believe so.
Really?
Yeah, not really trapped though. If you can fly, you can still fly like normal. But
Can I
yeah,
invert the gravity?
huh?
Can I invert the gravity?
No, you're not piloting the ship. You guys are learning this
if I
from
were,
the people.
can I invert the gravity?
No,
Darn it, I can't play VV.
no, because you have a gravity plane. So if you inverted the gravity, it'd be like you'd have to shift it a part of the ship. It's all very mass based. It's just like gravity. So yes, if
I guess that's why you call it a gravity plane.
exactly. Is that
Never
a joke?
learned that in school.
I don't know.
That was just stately obvious.
I was making
Yes.
a Looney Tunes reference.
But yeah, so that's how it works. You basically, just manning the ship, making sure everything's good. You gotta check the underside, and also some ships will have whole undersides that are completely, upside down. So like instead of going downstairs, you walk through a hole, and you're walking on the ceiling, which is now the floor.
Trippy.
Here's another picture. Oh, I guess that is feet. The size of the envelope depends on the size of the ship. The more massive, the more air. Alrighty. So yeah, you guys just learned some more stuff. You're just going through everything, just killing some time as y'all are going through wild space. Alrighty, let me get. And then you head towards a planet. The planet looks pretty desolate. It's hard to see from so high in space, It's kind of like seeing pictures from space, right? You can see some atmosphere, lots of cloud coverage. Hard to see any details, but the captain tells everybody to hang on tight, that we're going to be entering the gravity of the planet. So everybody gets off from the bottom of the ship if they were. Or else you're going to have a bad time. And then, yeah, they head on down, and you go to get through the atmosphere, and you see a planet that looks like mostly desert. You do see one spot where there's it's just purple and really weird looking. It's a very small planet. It's probably from what you can see, just half of it from your angle. It's about the size of the continent you lived on, if you could guess.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a very small planet. And you keep on heading down, and you see a large tree, and you head towards that
Big
tree. And you land
Look
at
out
the
for
foot.
that tree.
All right. And the captain calls you guys to him. You four rookies.
Aye.
Ah,
Yes.
All right, we're here. Now, there is a man, I guess you could call him. All the way at the top near the tree.
Okay.
If Tessa came here, he came here to speak to him. Try to find out as much as you can. Keep it on topic. Don't stray. We're going to be manning the ship. There is some space cop activity, so we're going to be ready to go at any time. They should not be coming to this planet, though, but we might have a chase on while we're leaving.
Well, noted. So,
All right. Any questions?
try not to antagonize, I guess.
since when has that been our modus operandi?
Always.
It's probably better for you not to try to antagonize them, but I don't think you could if you tried.
Well, when we first get down there, I'll take a little bit of time to ritual cast Commune with Nature so we can get just sort of an idea of the map. If there's anywhere that, like, if we need to find a way to go down or up, I should be able to find a path.
I mean, you can see the path.
Okay, well, let me say this is how I saw it. How else would I know about, like, this thing? Whatever that freaking bush is.
Sure.
I've communed with nature. Hey, nature.
All right.
Glad you're here.
Let's see. What does commune with nature do?
I don't have the card out, but
Yeah, got it.
it's not very cool.
Google is quick. Okay, so yeah, you see that there is no life, basically. Doesn't feel like there's
The
much
tree
life
counts
at
as
all.
life, right?
Yeah, but even that isn't really registering. It's very alien to you, you could say.
How odd. Scary. But all right, cool, thank you. Hilda will comment on that to the others. He's like, I can sense no living creatures here.
Okay.
Well, what do you sense then?
The tree itself seems to be the only thing even slightly alive. It's not impossible there could be constructs, but whatever this thing is, it's inimical to life. There must be a reason nothing else has thrived here.
It's sucking the energy out.
Can't rule it out.
You feel influence from other planes, but you don't know which plane it is. So everything just feels alien.
Do we gotta fit these little boxes inside here?
Nah. So as you walk, you're just going through. Yeah, you don't notice. There's no sound at all. The plants all seem to be just like sitting there. There's no rustling of leaves. There's no anything. All you can hear is your soul's breathing and your footsteps as you climb all the way up to the tree.
Spooky.
Peaceful.
I haven't heard anything this quiet since I was intoxicated.
Could I make like a pointed perception or investigation just to like, I don't know. This is the type of thing where you get like the hairs on the back of your neck standing up, you know?
It is. What do you want to check for?
Pretty much out of the ordinary stuff. Some justification for why this feels so unnerving just to be around.
Sure. Give me a perception and give me advantage.
11 or 12. Turns out I don't have proficiency in it, so 14.
With a 14, yeah, it's fairly obvious what is wrong. Like, all of the movements of nature that you're used to just don't seem to be
aren't
here.
there. All right then. All right, that's all I needed. When we're ready to walk forward, I'll follow.
If you're good, we can just go all the way to the top.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's all we need
Alright.
to do.
Yep, you go over the trees and you climb the
I'll
different.
I'll ask the party to
Barks.
clarify for me what our objective here is again. We're looking for traces
to the
of
gang.
Tezza, right?
Yes.
Got it. Let's kill this tree. Cast blight.
All right.
You know, I actually thought about taking Blight. How funny is that?
Missed opportunity.
See, yeah, I even have the card right there. How funny.
Of course you do.
He's either Storm Sphere or Blight, and I was like, you know, I probably would use Storm Sphere more than Blight.
All right, so here you are, right in front of him. How do y'all want to approach?
With caution.
What's he look like?
It's a bit further up. You're going up and up and up this entire time, climbing these giant branches and trees.
Cautious, but not
Yeah.
with like. How do I word it?
Yep.
I have no idea. Just like with
Press
no,
Jump
like I
2,000
climbed up
yards.
normally, I guess.
You see a man, or what used to be a man, just sitting there. A corpse.
Does he look familiar?
We may have difficulty questioning him.
Why is that?
He looks a little bit familiar, but not like anybody that you know personally.
Okay.
Guess I'll should we
You,
all climb
you
up?
did say a corpse, right?
Yeah.
Let me say what used to be a man.
Attack!
I was like, I don't see a man. I see a sea.
You see a man in a black robe with a scythe at his feet, Ashton.
Oh.
But that's not who Hilda saw.
Who did Hilda see?
The
Well,
skeletal
Hilda
man
already
with.
said that. Hilda's comment was it might be difficult to.
Oh, I mean, he's also dead. That you see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't see what Ashton sees.
I see, or rather, I don't.
Y'all see a dead man. Either way.
I fear we may be too late.
Are we though?
Does anyone have speak with dead? I did not prepare for that.
No.
Maybe it might not be necessary. They could not be dead. You never know.
Yeah, get closer to him.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and chat with him.
Hello.
Okay, Ashton's going up to him.
That's right.
I feel like in this day and age, we got nothing to lose.
You hear a voice, and he says, "What brings you here?"
We're looking for our friend. He might have passed here. This bald-looking guy with a metal arm, Tezza.
I love the idea after all this, Ashton forgot Tez's name, was like snapping his fingers.
Yeah,
Tezza,
I know,
yeah."
right? I was like, I literally Ashton forgot everything that he looked like. Forgot his name.
Oh, shoot,
Looking
you
for a
drink.
guy, Tezza, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he may have passed through here looking for his own adventure. Have you seen such a person?
Yes, a man came. He had many questions.
Did he ask who you are?
No, he did not.
Well, Ashen would ask, who are you?
I am no one.
I'd like to use Divine Sense, which will tell me if he's a celestial, fiend, or undead, if he is one of them, and which one he is.
And
Your commune with nature also does that, and it did not trigger anything. As does
Well,
this.
I do Divine Sense again in case I missed something. But just, I mean, like just the once, in addition to the into commune nature. But okay, that's just what I want to check. And I don't think commune with nature finds undead, does it?
It does, I believe.
Well, fair enough. I take it back. Either way, it's still like I'm sussy. What is this guy?
yeah, well, as he's doing that, then Ashen asked, after he said, you know, who are you? Then he answered, and he didn't really give the answer I was expecting. Ashen asks, well, how are you then? Catch him off guard.
I am. That was his answer.
That really?
That's very descriptive.
I am.
Well, he
I am.
thinks.
We are. You are.
Are you going to explain any more?
I could,
Then
if you want.
I guess Ashen would ask next
Oh,
is
I was expecting a wither style no.
what's with the scythe?
Sight. Hilda's gonna wait till he gets a response, but Hilda doesn't see a scythe, of course, and I imagine nobody else does.
The man says, "What scythe?"
Does he smile when he say that? Like,
He's literally just a corpse sitting there, not moving.
oh, I thought it was we're actually talking to like a guy with
You
a
just
face.
hear a voice. I mean, he has a face. It's kind of bones right now. He
Gotcha.
says, "Ask your friends about it."
Okay. Well, if you've seen Teza, do you know where he went after he saw you?
Yes, I do.
Would you mind telling us, since we've been looking for him to make sure he's okay? We traveled far.
I've
Even-
heard much. He is in, what is it called? Realm space. He might even be there right now.
What is realm space?
Your captain will know how to get there.
Okay. Well, I asked what I wanted to get.
Can we trust this strange talking corpse?
Why?
I've trusted worse.
Put it this way, Hilda. Out of all the things you've heard information from, you come all the way here. You climb this giant tree. You see this
Go on.
figure talk to you.
Uh huh.
Why would it mislead you?
Why wouldn't it?
I have encountered devils before. I have encountered lots of things that have lots of reasons to lie to us.
Yeah,
What if
but-
Tess has been trapped by this thing and is sealed underground? You
But
can't
why would you come?
disprove it. It's just as valid as what you said.
You
Yes,
know
but it-
what I am.
Then
You've
speak.
sensed it. What have you sensed that I am?
Yeah, Hilda. Tell us. Share with the class.
I've sensed nothing but this giant alien tree.
And you have sensed me correctly.
Ah!
I just made them have more questions.
The brain explodes.
Oh, Ashton's satisfied. He's got his answers. Then he would just basically like, you guys got anything to ask this mysterious being of answers?
No, not really.
What? What is this place called?
This is nowhere.
We're fucking Silent Hill now.
No, the doghouse is empty.
Well, it's got to be somewhere if it's here.
I mean, we clearly came here. It's a place. It's physical. I think this tree's fucking with us. And I'm gonna go up and jostle the corpse.
Probably not.
I'm doing it. Unless somebody takes a physical action to stop me.
I will
Hilda's
grab
gonna
your
walk up.
hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go ahead, tiny little person, but I'm walking up there.
Cast hold person.
You gotta cast it then. Because I'm legit. I'm going up to this body and I'm gonna interact with it.
Ashton, do you want to stop him? Or no.
Ashton's like, I kind of want to know where this goes.
You're hurt. You're moving this poor, what appears to be body.
I'm gonna get real close and like inspect it, move touch it, like look at this body.
It's like taking a book from the library without asking first. Rude.
Hilda walks up and inspects the body. What part of the body do you want to inspect about the body?
So first, can you give me an idea of like it's on a throne or something, right? It's on a chair.
Nope, it's just kind of on the ground.
Sitting on the ground. Is it
Yep.
is it like lying down, prone, back up?
It's kind of just like a jumble of like a body just kind of got slumped, and it's been
I'm
here
gonna
for a
approach
long
this
time.
as if it was like investigating a crime. I'm gonna get to the side. I'm gonna like try and like look at it for like what killed it. Try and pick up its like lift its arms and look around it. Check it
Did
for
you-
things it might have.
Did you read the message I sent you in Discord?
I didn't.
Wow.
Damn it.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Then yes, I will inspect. I'll inspect the dog first.
It's no. Had an immediate bad thought. No, bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you
I'll
don't
kneel
see
down
anything.
and. Mhm.
It's just like it's kind of just everything's kind of just melded to the ground basically.
So when you say melded to the ground, if I go to like say pick up one of the bones,
It's
does it
all
work?
solid.
It's fused to the ground, huh?
It's yeah.
I'll
And
step up.
I'll go to and check the. I'll go to inspect the man then.
Theo, what
Does
do
it-
you want to inspect?
I want to try to take a look at the bones and see how long they've been sitting here. Like maybe make a
Medicine
medicinal
check.
check.
Yeah, give
Thank
me a
you.
medicine check.
Uh, 21.
They don't appear to be actual bones at all. It seems to be kind of like everything else around here, just stuff.
stuff.
It's part of the tree. It seems like.
I want to inspect
What-
the tree if
and
it's
so
capable of
I'll
doing this
ask
to a
the
body.
boys, what is the meaning of this oddity here? Why do you pretend to have a corpse in front of you?
You see what you see.
Well, if that's the case, Ash tries to grab the scythe.
It is
Who
also
is?
Give it a good pull.
Who is?
And here's the
of course.
question: when we see him grabbing the scythe, is it like, do we see him like grabbing air, emptiness, or something?
you see him grabbing the dog.
Yeah, pull that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Cannot pet the dog in D&D.
Can I pet that dog though?
So Ashton's mentioned a scythe. Grizz has mentioned a dog. Anybody gonna say anything here?
Before I do, I want to so this is a giant alien tree, correct?
Sure.
You're saying that there's
Is it
probably
an alien
unobtainium
tree?
underneath it, right?
What was that, Grizz?
Rich.
Say Unobtainium.
Oh. It appears to be a tree. It's got stuff growing all
Can
over it.
I do anything to discern if this is actually a tree or not? If
Sure.
it's natural or artificial or magic or something.
I mean, it doesn't look like anything that you've ever seen before. If you want to go fool around with it and stuff.
Yeah, I would
do
fool
that.
around with it, feel it and peer into it or pull out a dang mic. I don't know.
Yeah, it just feels like stuff. It's all solid, and it's all there. But other than that, it doesn't feel like wood. It doesn't really feel like anything.
It feels like something trying to form into wood, but isn't quite there yet.
It's just stuff.
It's like a blank slate.
And if you try to touch any of the leaves or anything else like that, the moss, it's all just there. It's not something you can pick. It's not actual moss. It just looks like moss. The leaves, they don't move in the air because they don't move when you touch them.
The whole thing's a mimic.
I don't think I've got enough intelligence to really make the check, but are there any checks I could make to try and determine what sort of creature or entity this could be? Because me as a player's first thought is like a genius Loki or something, but I don't think I've got any way in character to justify saying, oh, this might be it, and it's probably not even that.
It is, you know that it is something just completely alien to you. None of this really makes any sense. Maybe it could be an illusion, but it'd be a very solid illusion, and that you're all having together. There are different things that, y'all are seeing, apparently. You don't see a scythe that Ashton mentioned.
Oh.
What's up?
We should attack it.
No.
Never mind, kid.
So we're seeing different things, essentially.
Well, do you see a scythe?
I don't.
Do you see a
I don't
dog?
buy that.
I see a dog. Oh. I see a
Doggo?
dog-faced man, not a dog.
Oh no, I see a dog and a man. The dog has 3 heads. I should have mentioned that. That's probably a key feature of that dog.
So the dog has 3
I
heads.
only see one
Well,
person, and
it's
he's
dead. It's dead.
he's almost like a dog man. He's not two entities.
So wait, what do you see, Grizz?
I see here, and this dead dog that has at one point 3 heads.
So a man is over a dog with 3 heads?
I mean, they're both dead. But it's
The dog
two
looks like it
creatures
was
I'm
on
seeing.
its lap.
Well,
And I say that dog on its lap.
when I think of the dog on its lap.
Yes.
First thing I think of when think of a dog on its lap.
Is.
Well, when I think of a dog with 3 heads, I think of like Cerberus. Because yes, they don't. Do they exist here? It could be Hydra. It could be Dog Hydra. I mean,
And what did you see, Fnir?
I see a man with a trident. I think of a forked trident. I think of like, well, everything seems to be mythology. It seems. What would Nier even? Well, Nier might have some knowledge about gods if those kind of things exist here. So, what was yours, Ashton?
A man with a scythe.
Man with the scythe. Is it just a man?
Wearing a robe, a hooded robe.
Yeah, man with hood robe.
Interesting. What was yours, Theo?
A dog-faced man,
Dog
like almost like Anubis.
Dog-faced man. I think of dog-faced man. Could be.
And while they're just like
Maybe.
fucking around with stuff, nothing's happening, by the way.
No, I'm just like writing. I'm like
I'm just letting
making a mental note of things and like writing things down. Like,
Okay, so here's an idea. Hilda's gonna take out a little knife and try to shave off a piece of this material.
Sure. Give me an attack roll.
Sure thing. Oh, it's almost 19, but still pretty good. And I'm obviously not using a two-handed thing, so I can't do any of the wacky shit. So 28 for the to do it. But again, you could I could have disadvantaged because I'm just sort of slowly let's see here.
No, you make a bit of progress. If you keep at it, you might be able to get a tiny chunk off, but it is very
So
reluctant
it
to be.
feels tough. Can you sort of is it like stone tough or like leather tough?
It's like stone tough, except not. When you hit it,
Huh.
it doesn't like bounce back or give you any recoil. Really, it's just hardness.
Well, I'll keep working at it.
Of course, it's aliens. You're in space. Everything's aliens.
Mhm.
Aliens. Actually, we're the aliens. Now that I
Yeah.
think about it.
isn't everyone alien to each other? If you think about it that way.
Whoa,
So
whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
anything else you guys want to do? Ask him any questions.
I can't. Oh, we got a dog with 3
Why
heads.
was Teza here? Speak, tree.
Ashton would probably ask, how do you defeat death?
Let's see. Tessa was here not long ago. And how you defeat death? The answer is you don't.
And if you can't defeat death, what was the other question he had for that? How do you prolong life?
All things come to an end.
Apparently not Teza.
He too will come to an end.
Ah.
Then let's see. If everything dies and you can't prolong life, Then how are there undying?
Even they come to an end.
God damn it.
I think maybe he's just talking about like the heat death of the universes.
All things come to an end.
Let's recap. Hilda will sort of confer with the group here. So
Mhm.
we haven't yet gotten a good lead on where Tezza is yet, right? We got to get something.
No, we didn't.
Well, we did.
I thought
Yeah,
it
we
just
did.
said
Yeah.
in space. Maybe I misheard.
Yeah, we got the information needed to give to the captains. Here on, I was just like asking
Oh, okay.
character stuff. Yeah.
Well, I still want to know why Tez was here.
Ask him that question.
I do. And in fact, I was
He-
threatening about it when I did it.
He had questions, and I answered them.
What questions did he ask?
He asked the questions that he asked.
What were the words he used in his question?
I hate this dude.
I'm missing the significance on the body thing too. I'm trying to parse that, but
The
Hey, this is
words
over my
he
head.
used were in common.
I like this dude.
I mean,
what
you
kind of
know,
topics were?
Oh.
What kind of topics were asked about?
topics he was very interested in. Some of them pertaining to you.
Oh shit. What did you do, Theo? Why is
And
Tezza
what did
interested in you?
what did you say about me?
I said nothing about you. All of you. He asked.
I'm almost wondering if he was just asking about how we were and where we were and that kind of shit.
is Tezza well? Like
He
healthy, alive?
he still exists yet.
He's very descriptive.
I'm trying to. I wonder why this guy takes this form. This entity. The planet's barren except for this. Remember, like when we flew down, it was all desert except for this thing.
It sucked the life out of this planet.
Yeah, but doesn't that make it a bad thing?
What was here before it became that? Don't know.
You're right. Could have been a bunch of Hitlers.
Wait,
Who's this
how did
Hitler?
you get here?
I have always been here.
Who created you?
No one.
Well,
He's
if
like,
no one created you, then how do you exist?
I do not exist.
Oh no, the tree's gonna disappear and we're gonna fall.
the.
You know, he gives us a lot of answers and takes a lot of answers away from us.
He makes us ask more questions than when we came here.
Maybe
Let's
that's for the
get
better.
him.
I'm down.
What'd you say?
I think that was a response to my "Let's get him."
But why?
Seems like a jerk, if you ask me.
What do they
I
call
agree.
it?
This thing's jerking us around. Maybe we show
I'm
him
glad you said it that way
business.
because Otherwise, I would have called you out if you started the other way.
What?
I would've
don't
called
know
you out,
what you're
too.
talking about at all.
I would have called you out too.
You've got your head in the gutter.
I mean, that's what
Well,
you
my
want
head's
us to
not in the
think.
gutter, but it's somewhere else.
Ayo.
No, my head's in the
That-
clouds.
That said, this thing, like, I mean, do we want to do anything? We could probably just leave now.
Good.
Yeah, probably.
Before we leave, Ashton would just ask, how do you stop aging? There's much I probably will die before knowing.
Time is an illusion.
Oh shit. Let's learn time magic.
Now, I actually do have a question.
Go for it.
Why is everything the way it is?
Cause
Because
that's how I'm imagining.
ask your mother.
Eh.
It isn't.
am I,
Know
some-
why.
What am I, a fucking dictionary?
What was the answer?
It isn't.
It isn't the way it is.
Mind blown.
No, I wouldn't really call it a mind blown.
Hilda's gonna flip this thing the middle finger and leave.
Or everything
This
is.
guy.
Therefore, by that logic, everything is a mimic.
Therefore, quid quo pro e pluribus unum.
Therefore, no you. The reverse card. Everything isn't the way it is. I mean, everything is literally a mimic. Or it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I don't know.
All right, y'all guys done?
I'm good.
Yeah, fuck this place.
Yeah.
All right. You head on back to the ship. Oh, did you pry off a piece of whatever it is, Hilda?
I'd like to have if I was able to get a cut.
Just a tiny little like sliver of material.
All right, bringing it back. If for no
All
other
right.
reason than because I'm gonna inspect it later, try and get a just understand what the hell this shit is.
Or you just like keep it in your hand, put it in your pocket.
I mean, I put it in the pocket till we get back in the ship, and then I'll just sort of be like sitting at a table looking at it, be like, my deductive reasoning tells me this is a thing.
It is in fact a thing. Or is it?
I mean,
It's a
who
person,
knows?
a place,
Might be
or a
tough
thing.
enough. What if I like forge it into the hilt of my spear, and then I could club people with
With the
hard
thing?
fists. Yeah.
Yeah? You're gonna club people
Yeah.
with a thing.
Yeah, I'll club people with a thing all the time.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you
I'll
get
chew
back.
on it. Maybe it tastes good.
You put it in your mouth and it doesn't taste like anything.
Oh.
Alright, you get back to the ship. So, you found out what Tezza was?
Yes and no.
Oh, what'd he tell you?
I personally forgot. So,
Oh
So-
my
whoever
god.
has it.
Great start.
So many
we
things.
should go back and ask again. Oh, we forgot. We'll go back.
I did it right.
He's somewhere and everywhere. He's in realm space.
Hilda will just
I
be
don't
like,
know.
I hate that thing. What was that?
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
like
know.
that guy.
What was it for you? Last time I went, it was like tar pits and stuff.
It was big pink tree.
Trees, that's weird.
And Hilda will take out the chunk of thing that she brought. Huh? What do you see here?
He looks at your hand, it's like, nothing?
Well, I
Is
took
it
a
even-
chunk of it.
I look over. Is it even in his hand?
Yeah, you can
In-
see it.
Her hand. Okay.
I'll take it and actually stab down on top of a table with it, and so it'll impact the wood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like I'd like to essentially show it exists by virtue of like using it to impact something else, essentially.
You
that makes
stab it into the table.
Chunk.
Like,
Haha.
yeah, I don't see anything.
Oh,
That
this
was
is weird.
mahogany.
That's why it was so hard to
Mahogany.
stab. That's why it was so hard to stab.
Are you saying that you took a piece of that place?
Yeah, brought it back. It's very strange.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't see it at all.
It's probably just a space that we could see.
Interesting.
We are the multiverse. Everybody's.
Well, if you took a piece of that place, one, that's stupid, and two, definitely if you're gonna leave it on the ship, contain it in something, because I have no idea what the fuck that place is.
Yeah, no problem. And Hilda will be flippant and probably like toss it in a corner and forget about it.
And yeah, when you're like, yeah, no problem, he looks at you and he says, "That's Captain," and it's, "Yes, sir."
Aye, mon capitan.
Yes, sir.
He points at Near, says, "Make sure, if she keeps it, it's kept secured."
Hilda's kind of idly chewing on it.
You would.
You know how people use like a toothpick just to sort of occupy their mouth sometimes when they're walking around? That's gonna be me with this like chunk of entity.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty,
What
well,
does it taste like?
Nothing at all.
Stupid,
It's like he's
sexy
wearing-
Hilda.
It's like
It's
I've
like-
chewed on chewing gum for way too long, but it's also hard. But it doesn't taste like any of the rocks I've eaten.
alright, so, realm space. The boys aren't gonna like that.
What's wrong with realm space?
That's where a couple of them come from.
Ah,
A joyous home visit.
Yeah. Well, when your home is hell, it's not very joyous. But Tez is worth it, so that is where we will be heading.
Yeah, interesting.
Alright then.
All right, let's be off. I've
Yes,
got to
sir.
go pee real quick.
We'll pack up our things.
Captain, I don't think you need to tell us that you go pee.
I'm going to go pee. The DM.
He has to go. He has to go off the edge into space.
And it's just floating. Boop, whoop, whoop, whoop.
We can leave
It's
it
going
with
in
the
between-
tree. We can leave it with the weird thing. Just
I was gonna say it goes in between the gravity space. Whoa! it's just a wave just going across, so it floats off in space.
perfect.
Oh boy, this will be fun.
I still
Not
don't,
wrong.
I don't entirely. So what is realm space? Like she'll ask that to just the general party if anybody knows.
I don't know.
I would assume most realms are in some sort of space.
Yes.
Yes.
According to Spelljammer, all of the different like settings basically are in their own crystal sphere.
So what's realm space? Just like the outside?
It's probably a different setting,
Oh, okay. I follow.
like what we're in right now. This is, I mean, we didn't ask what this place was, but
Well, we did, but he wasn't very helpful.
well, I mean, yes, but
He said, "This is here." No, he specifically said nowhere. Fuck that guy.
You're so mad about him.
I don't know. He was just needlessly vague. I felt. We came. We were very generous not to stab the shit out of this thing.
I'm
I
just
think we
like,
could have taken it.
why are you so mad?
Hilda's not as grounded as she used to be.
I mean, you could ask the captain where you are.
The captain doesn't seem to like Hilda right now, so I won't. But if somebody would like to.
Alrighty, let's see. Okay, yeah. So, he asked you guys. So, did you happen to ask anything about the space cops?
Whoops.
Oh no, it's
No.
all right.
Shit.
It's fine. We'll have to. We'd probably have to face him either way. And he typically isn't very specific with the information he gives, but you know, thought I'd ask.
What precisely is he? Do you know?
Nobody, apparently.
He's everything and everyone.
How does it have this information then? Is it
Hell
a
if I
god?
know.
A demon?
Why don't you ask him?
I did. It wasn't helpful.
Why don't you go back and ask him? Be a little bit more specific. How about that? I can give you some time.
Well, specifically because I do see us revving up the engines and pulling the sails up, so I'll hang here.
Oh well. Why don't you just go look at back where you came from, where he was.
Okay, I'll take a glance back.
It's just sand.
I'll slowly stop chewing on the chunk of something I had and take it out of my mouth and look at it.
It's nothing.
Can I still feel it?
Can you still feel
Because I was
it?
chewing on it. At every given point in the stage, I've had contact with it.
When you spit it out of your mouth, it's not there.
My new chew. Gone. Weird thing.
Oh, it's gone? Okay, thank God. Okay, I did not want to know what dealing with something that doesn't exist entails. Guy gave me a headache the first time I talked to him.
Would have a chance of fleeing us into non-existence, huh? Or
I'd rather not.
dis-existence.
Anywho,
But don't you,
You
see?
guys-
The only reason we take damage from attacks is because we exist.
Well, we did exist.
The perfect defense.
No, the perfect goes would be being able to go in and out of existing.
okay, you know what? You try that non-existence thing and get back to me with it. Everybody else,
I
Man
will
up.
do the research.
Aye, aye.
We're all seeming.
Maybe it's time for me to class into monk. I'll slowly work my way towards like empty body.
Well, you have a monk in the party, so he's definitely willing to help.
That's
We
true.
have basically half the class at this point.
Yeah.
all right. So you
got what?
guys get on the ship and head on off. All right, men. This is how it's gonna go. We're gonna go across to the other side of the crystal sphere. If the space cops saw us coming in, they're gonna have a hard time finding us coming out. We won't be able to get into full speed though until we're far away from the crystal sphere, out of its gravity well. And if they catch us before that, we're gonna have a fight on our hands.
Be ready.
All right. It's going to take about 3 weeks to get out the other side of the crystal sphere. We're going to drop and get some more air before then. Is there anything else anybody needs before we leave?
cup of tea.
We've got tea.
Hope so.
All right. If that's it, and then you guys start
I'm gonna
sailing
curse
off.
this tree with existence. You know how I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna pray to it. I'm gonna send it power like a god.
What?
I don't know.
Too bad.
I'm doing my best. It's hard to think of ways to fuck with something that doesn't exist.
Too bad
But you're
Crucifle's
trying.
not there.
Crucible would have been trying to smite that thing, whatever it was.
Oh, absolutely. Hayes would probably just be talking back and forth
We would
with
have
it.
been deeply offended at how not burning it would be.
Hayes would probably have the most amount of conversation with the tree? Question mark.
Well, also, just so you know, you do not get your spell slots back while you're in the Phlogiston, as there are no gods.
Spooky, but my thing isn't god based.
Yeah, mine's
Wizards
not
aren't
God-based
either.
either.
Arcane
cares?
is fine, but paladins are actually divine in nature. So as
It's
long
divine
as
in nature,
anyone,
but
True.
I explicitly don't have to worship a god for it.
yes, but you do need to
Um,
have your domain. What is
Holy
it?
symbol.
Oath. Yeah,
Correct.
you have your. It has to. You have to have an oath that aligns, like a god that aligns with your oath, basically. So it is. It does come from the gods. It is not reliant on a god, but it is divine in nature.
Yes, like
So as
clerics
long
and
as you are,
paladins.
yeah, as long as you're in with a crystal sphere that has any gods, basically, you'll be fine.
Okay, interesting.
Like
Yes.
I may be.
When I did commune with nature, I specified ritual. I'm remembering, so still got that. Though
It's
I
like-
did definitely cast Death Ward at the start of the day.
I mean, also,
Yeah.
there's like they said 2 weeks before you get to the edge of the sphere, so you're totally fine.
Okay,
Just letting you know that in space, no gods can hear you pray.
terrifying.
I hate that. It's like, yeah, I'm part cleric. Whoop-de-doo. I'm also arcane, so
Yeah, so if your cleric slots cannot come back unless the actual god that you're part of, that's how it used to be, right? You had a god. At least now you at least just need to have your domain. But if your god did not exist in the crystal sphere, you would not get your spell slots back.
yeah. Because I remember Metric trying to be a god, like, no, they were a cleric, but they did not have a faith. I'm like, yeah, you can't really do that.
I have faith in myself. How about that?
I fight for my friends. Ike.
All right, so yeah, you guys are just traveling through the wild space of the crystal sphere you're currently in. It's fairly empty. You see lots of stars, a couple of suns or stars, whatever. You know, like actual stars, flaming bodies. You see some other kind of planetary bodies. One of them y'all dip into, and it's just air. Just everything's air, and so it refreshes
This
your
is the
inner
worst
envelope.
thing I've ever seen. Remember, I'm an Earth genocide.
Yeah, so you get nice,
I bet you're
fresh
going
air.
crazy right now.
It's awful.
How's your sanity?
Bad.
How was it before we went to space?
I mean, it wasn't great then either.
It was grounded at least.
Yeah. To a degree, Ancients Paladin and Earth Genocide, like it, not having my feet on the ground, I think would be impacting her her comfort levels a lot. She thought it would feel better when she set foot on that weird tree thing, but that didn't feel like stepping on ground at all, which was fucking weird.
But you saw sand when it left, so that should
Yeah,
make you
but-
feel a little bit better.
Nah, it didn't really.
You
Ever walk in
ate it,
sand?
so
Shit sucks.
All right. So yeah, you guys learn more about space stuff while you're traveling. So yeah, go ahead. Is there any other questions you guys have about everything that we're going to be going through?
What precautions should we be taking?
Listening to your captain, being prepared when there's a fight, not falling off the ship, and if you do fall off the ship, try to grab hold of the underside when the gravity flips. Try not to overuse air. We've got plenty here, but it's only going to last about like 3 months, 4 months at most. And that's after it becoming bad to breathe in and like poisonous, and you're just barely surviving.
So keep your helmet on. Okay.
Well, does it provide air for you?
I could breathe in any environment, even space.
Okay, then yeah. That's weird. How does it? I guess magic. Okay.
Oh, including a vacuum.
Yeah. It gives you full. Apparently, you got a fucking spacesuit.
Yep. That's why I said Ashton could go to space if he wants to. I could just fly.
So you're just using your own air supply.
Yeah, exactly. So
Even better.
I'm helping the ship.
Yeah. If you do fall overboard, you will have your own air bubble, but that'll only last for like 2 hours max. So try not to panic, and if you can fly, make your way back to the ship, or you can teleport. Because the planes don't really exist, don't try to summon. If you have any bags of holding, you'll notice that they're just bags right now. Don't freak out. As soon as you enter a crystal sphere, they will become usable again.
Oh,
My portable hole. It has become nothing at all.
Is that why my bag of holding just looks like a jug now?
Your decanter of endless water does not use extraplanar space? I don't think so. I think it just creates stuff magically, so you're fine.
It draws the water from the plane of water. Oh well.
Yeah, but yeah, anything like that. So like teleportation works. Extraplanar teleportation does not.
The planar shift.
Yep. Any demi-planes, all that kind of stuff stops working, and it just comes back like normal once you enter a crystal sphere. Let's see. Yeah. Any other questions?
Can we actually prove?
Will we be able to speak to the citizens of these spheres?
I can.
If they share your language, yeah.
Are these spheres?
Well, how often on our plane this was called common. I don't know if that's the case out here.
It's pretty common.
As a
Okay,
mean, as a monk,
is it
I
still
can.
Common? Is common still common out here?
Yeah, it's pretty common. As a monk?
Okay.
As a
They-
monk, I can.
Yeah, they can just
At
touch
level
on it.
13, I can understand all spoken languages, and if
Damn.
they understand a language, they can understand me.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Is that like
Monks,
from
yeah.
pantomime?
No, like,
No,
That's
it's
a-
Player's Handbook. It's called
Yeah.
Tongue of the Sun and Moon.
yeah, all monks pretty much learn that. Like, they can just learn any language. as
It's
long
a
as spoken.
theofish.
Yeah, there's also and there are feet that let you do that too.
No, there's a bunch of stuff that just kind of negates all of that, like, character
The-
flavor.
The language system wasn't too in depth for 5th edition at any point, anyway. So,
What's if it's
Yeah.
pointless?
because like just a character creation, they're just like, all right, you know this whole language and can pick like 2 or 3 others. What do we care? It's like, oh, okay, I guess.
There was like there was some feat that lets you learn every single language.
Which again, usually a null point because how often is the DM really throwing something that you need to communicate in a weird language with?
There's
And most
also,
of- I mean, yeah,
there's
Well,
al- let's be
you can
realistic.
piece it together in other mechanisms.
Man, you could also take the feat that lets you see through any dark vision, including
Yeah,
magical
Uh,
devil sight.
yeah, that's a warlock. That's not a feat. That's a
No, it's a feat. You can actually learn it as a feat.
that's what the ritual comprehend languages is for. Okay.
Well, I have tongue, so I just use that instead. As long as I touch someone, I know all the languages they know.
All right, so, yeah.
Just
I mean,
telepathy.
it's-
Fuck it.
There's a lot of downtime, guys, because space is big. So, if there's anything you guys want to do during downtime, just let me know. I'm down for basically anything. Y'all are all going to learn all of the ins and outs of the ship, unless you don't want to, while you're on board. So, the helm basically is a special chair. You sit in it. Yeah, you have to be touching it, and you can't have cast any spells before, and you have to have spell casting and spell slots to use the helm. While you're in the helm, you basically are the ship. You can't like open and close doors, but you have full sense of the ship.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's different kind of helms. The main kinds are the minor and the major helms. So those are just what I just explained, right? Spellcasters. The Illithid, they've got like telepathic ones, and there's different other kinds too.
What kind of familiar can be out in space? That's what I want to know.
I think any of them, as none of them have to breathe.
Oh. Probably put
Yeah.
that.
Like, I have a
Are you thinking about
homunculus.
summoning your owl there, Ashton?
Yes. But
Don't
since
worry, don't worry. I'm not gonna kill it again.
Since it's space, I don't know. I thought. Let's see, what else can I summon?
Spaso.
Another thing. Oh yeah, I could summon my homunculus.
Oh, yes. What was I gonna say? Flight works. Flight works. It's fine. But it's like swimming in the ocean. There are currents in the Phlogiston. There's like rivers and shit and flow.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like, can you just swim through that? Like.
Yes, but not as fast as a spelljammer can.
Oh, okay.
As long as you are in the air envelope, though, you are traveling with the ship. It's like jumping on a train.
Do you get like keel hauled if you're like tied to a rope while it's moving?
If you were outside of the air envelope, yes.
All right, who wants to not breathe for the next few days?
I like to think a group would look at Ashton with his space helmet.
What are we gonna do? You're gonna tie me to a rope and just throw me out?
And
Yep, and you're gonna get
What?
dragged.
Watch you spin around. Maybe you can be like a morning star against attacking ships.
No, no. It's going to be like, you know, back home, when you are surfing really fast, and then you have like a board, like a plank on the water, and you're getting just dragged by it.
Yeah,
Have you guys ever done that before?
all the time. You know, except for when the Sahagin killed us during it.
Damn.
Fair.
They were all
dark.
over the place. I mean, that's just what they did.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's why we were justified in their awful, terrible extermination.
Oh, that's what y'all want to do? Oh, here, we got something for that. He starts blowing something up. No reaction. Why is everybody quiet?
I thought. Is it this? Oh, I see it.
Let me see.
Where? What? Where?
I posted it in
It's
Discord.
it's in
Space
Space
Quest.
Quest
Oh.
Discord.
Oh, I
Hell?
did. Yeah. I love it.
I mean,
Right.
I'm not even surprised that this exists.
I mean, if you want to, some people think it's fun, but
You do you, fam.
hey, you know, not everybody needs to
And
breathe.
And because
Really
we're
helpful.
a high-level setting, you know that's made of actual dragon hide.
All right, so you guys learned a good bit. And you get to the edge of the crystal sphere. Once again, you just see a giant black wall that's peppered
Looks
with
like we're in the
large
clear,
dots.
everyone. We got
Hey.
away scot-free.
Oh, we're not free yet. If they're waiting for us on the outside of here, it's just gotta hope that they aren't here.
Somebody give me a 2d10.
Which one of us?
Whoever wants to do it. Percentile.
Oh, I don't even have D10s out.
You can just roll 2d10s. Alrighty, so this is your first, and that's the second.
Okay. Okay, grab the bell. There we go. 73.
73. The captain, once again, chants a spell and opens a portal on the side of the giant wall. You go through, and you see nothing. You're free.
Yay! Looks like everything worked out for the best.
No, they'll know that the portal opened up. They'll be on us quickly, but hopefully we can get out of this the sphere's gravity before they can catch up to us. Alrighty, so as you get further away from the sphere, the ship does speed up more and more. But before you can get out of into your full speed, the ship starts slowing down again as another body is approaching you.
A body.
Yeah, celestial bodies or physical bodies. Something's coming towards you.
From the front, right? We're approaching it?
Can be from anywhere. Gravity is omnidirectional. Ships are coming towards you.
Ah!
They're pretty far. But battle is
Anybody
starting.
have any fun spells that could help? I can't think of anything. I don't have anything that, like,
for
speed or slow them down.
in preparation of battle, I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself right before the battle starts.
Mm-hmm. All right. So before then, because it's going to be a while before they can get to us, we have some ballista. You can try. If you have any really long range spells, you can try that.
And you shoot people out of the cannons.
No, there's no cannons.
Blast.
No fire. Remember?
Well, it doesn't have to be fire that shoots it.
What else does a cannon use to fire people?
Air magic.
Springs, spring
Compressed
loaded.
steam.
Yes, if you have any of those, feel free to put a person into them. Otherwise,
Send
I
me
just-
over.
I was just gonna send over my conjured elementals that are fire and have them explode onto their ships. You know,
where are you conjuring them from?
myself.
Where do you think elementals come from?
Elemental plane.
What if the spell doesn't say it?
No, that's where a summoned creature. If you summon a demon, it's coming from the hells. If you summon an elemental, it's coming from the elementals.
Here's
we
the
just
problem.
went over this.
No, you have to realize, right, that anything that involves the word summon means it comes from somewhere.
Oh, you
It
can
says-
summon it though. If you have summon elemental and there's an elemental on the ship with you, you can summon them.
Yeah, because it's there. Like,
Yeah.
you're in a place that it does that those planes don't exist.
Yeah. Yep.
When it's something is like create, then you're making it from something. You're not taking it from somewhere.
Correct. So no summons.
Yeah, that's why I can make a homunculus anytime I want. Because I can just be like, boop, done.
Wizards are OP in space. All right. So does anybody have anything long range to do to these ships?
Well, it's
Um,
conjure, so that's I'm like.
Same thing.
Oh.
They moved away from planar stuff in 5th edition. They
Well, I thought it
nerfed
was different
planar
because
stuff.
my summon Shadow Spawn actually is summoning. So when you conjure something, I feel like it's a different effect. So I'm just like, it's so weird.
You don't have anything that hits a long ass range. Cantrips, I have like 60 feet.
Ooh, I know what Hilda's gonna try to learn in the next like bit of time. She's gonna try and have the hippo people teach her how to use one of them gun things.
Lordy.
That'll give me something to do at a range, because right now Hilda is just glaring menacingly at these other ships.
Other than spells, you can like shoot bows at it. I don't know.
Basically, that's about it. It's the
I
ballistas.
don't think I've got a bow equipped. I don't. Yeah,
I always
don't-
do. I have my
If
crossbow.
I do, I don't got it on my character sheet.
Use a
Oh,
crossbow.
yeah. Speaking of bows, I've got my bow. Got my longbow. How far away are they?
They're really far.
Yeah, like
Yeah, okay, I don't
crossbow.
think I'm gonna hit any of them until they get within 600 feet.
yeah, like the crossbow. Light crossbow hits like what is it, 320 feet at disadvantage. 80 feet at normal.
Yeah.
Granted, I can't fire it because I have to remove shield.
Really? A longbow shoots further than a fucking ballista?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why
You can tell this was made by British people.
Lord British. No, that's weird because like the short bow has literally no purpose in D&D. None.
Well, it's not martial, so you need that if you
Yeah.
don't have martial
It's
proficiency.
like what something a rogue's able to use unless they get some mechanism to get around it.
That's right. It
Oh.
is a basic weapon.
Yep. Alrighty. So yeah, longbow. They are within longbow range. If you want to start shooting 600
Awesome.
feet about out.
I mean, the crossbow's
I'll do it.
320.
You may as well like do it with your back turned, because disadvantage is disadvantage, and you could be like, check this fucking shot.
Yeah, I could just have
Alright.
my eyes closed. Who cares?
Give me you can make 2 attacks per turn, right? Give me
Oh,
10
man.
d20.
I gotta- 10d20? Jesus. Yeah, attacks per turn 2.
Yep. So let's just say 5 turns of attacks.
Yeah, I mean, I would shoot a crossbow until they're within spellcasting range, and I can start chucking that at them.
All right. What's your plus to hit?
Plus to hit is 12. So 17 is the lowest. Nope, sorry. 14 is the lowest. 17 is the second lowest.
All right. So yeah, not bad. Go ahead and do it one more time.
One more time? Okay.
Yeah, because it's with disadvantage. We're just doing
think
this
that's 10
instead
of
of doing 10 different attacks. Damn. Alrighty. So that's basically better. Alright, so I'm gonna say you hit basically all of them except for, let's call it 2. So
All but
that's
2, okay.
8. So 8 of your arrows hit some people on the ship,
So
and you're just peppering them, and they're all taking cover now because you're just fucking them up.
I mean, I do the same thing. We all would.
that plus 60 or plus 6 on each of them.
Yeah, I'm not doing actual hits and stuff. This is just
Okay.
How much are you taking out before they get to you? All right. Does anybody have any more range that's not 600 feet?
Nope.
I've got a 300-foot one.
I got 320.
Because I've got Ice Storm.
Oh lord, you want to use Ice Storm on him?
I don't see why not.
Sure, let me see what this does.
Magic missile just had unlimited range. You could just start pelting magic missiles at him.
Yeah, that'd be fucking crazy.
It's a level 4, so it's a responsive one that I won't get back till we get back in a sphere, but it's fine.
I mean, I think there is like a combo you can do that make magic missile do a shitload of damage.
You're thinking of Baldur's Gate.
No, not Baldur's Gate. I think it is.
Sure. Is this... No, this is just a save, huh?
Yep, because it's just a like blast of ice. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Sure, go ahead and,
And it
roll me your
turns area
damage.
into difficult terrain. Woo.
So what is it? 2d8 and 46? Go ahead and give me your 2d8 and 46.
Some of my best rolls.
Not great, but not horrible. Alright, so you just hit with a big blast of ice on one of the ships, and they start veering in even closer. Is there anything you want to do, Fnir?
Not until they're 320 feet in range.
Yeah, within 320 feet.
Yeah, right. Then the only thing I can do is shoot arrows until they get 150 feet in range.
Oh, no spells?
My longest range spell is 150 feet.
Alright.
Nothing else I can really cast in terms of support right now. Everyone has Long Strider on at all times. Like, that's just kind of a given. Can't really think of any other spells that I would ever cast. Like,
You know what? They back off.
Ah!
It took enough pot shots at him to force him back.
go on, get it.
They go really far. They're still keeping up though.
Can we
Like-
leave some sort of like landmines for them?
Well, only if they were going to fall into them. They're just staying close enough to keep us from getting into full speed. They're probably waiting for reinforcements. Let's see. We can't use the speed up again. Alright, I mean, we could... So, do you guys want to try to escape? Or we can outrun them. They're keeping up, but outrunning them is going to take a while, and their reinforcements might get here in time. Or we can escape. I mean, we can go in and try to destroy them before the reinforcements get here.
I'll defer to the others' opinions on this. I'm fine with either solution.
What will save us resources?
I mean, escaping, but that's only if we do escape and the reinforcements don't get here. We're outspeeding them, but we can't get to full speed until there's no other... basically, when you get close to each other, y'all go up, you slow down as you are nearing each other for the gravity.
That's an interesting like mechanic, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, so you typically don't fight out here because, like, you know, it's kind of combustible and it can ruin the, like, the currents and everything. But we're still really close to the crystal sphere, so none of that's really an issue. So it looks like they're just waiting to try to get us because we're a threat to them.
Can we leave some sort of shrapnel in our wake? Like giant ship-style caltrops or something?
Yes.
Ship caltrops.
But, like, that's the odds of them hitting that is not very good.
Fair enough.
So, that's the question. Fight or run?
Then their chances of being able to find us again.
There's a pretty good chance of them chasing us down. But if we destroy them, there's probably less of that.
Yeah, but then you might run into the chance of more of them coming up as reinforcements.
No, there's going to be more of them either way. Question is, can we get out fast enough, or can we destroy them faster?
Well, Ashen's always up to make it quick. Not let anyone else try to follow.
Destroy the evidence.
All right, we're probably going to have to try boarding them because it seems that they understand that they're outmanned. Probably, how far is your teleportation spells?
My scatter is about 150 feet. I think it is. I always forget how much scatter is.
We should be able to get
120 feet.
Yeah, we should be able to get at least that close. That will be within them firing back range, but if y'all can just get in and take them out, then come back, that should be enough to stop them.
I
So what
can
do you say?
blast them again if we need.
So is it a fight, guys?
Yeah.
Let's pull up our sleeves and let's do some slugging.
Yeah, let's roll them.
Alrighty. Is it time to end for tonight, Sora?
Yeah, preferably.
All
Sounds
right.
good. That'll be our big excitement next week then.
So,
Is this like you pull on the handbrake, we do like a cool Tokyo drift and slide into them?
sure.
Yay!
I thought it was gonna be a drift where you launch us instead. Screw teleport, just launch us.
What do you? We don't have cannons, Ashton. Stop trying to bring cannons into it.
Oh, I wasn't talking about
Good
cannons.
news! We've installed this cannon on your ship because.
No, he's like Guts from Berserk. He has a freaking cannon in his
Jesus.
arm.
Flipping the table's fun. All right,
Good
good
Conrad,
night,
thank you very much for
guys.
DMing again. It was a good time.
Good night, guys.
We're gonna
Next week,
Yeah.
we all good next week?
Yep.
Yeah, should be.
I think the only
Maybe.
trying
I'll
to
let
think
you
of
know.
any week. I do know for a 100% guarantee I am out the 17th of March. That is absolutely guaranteed.
All right.
That's fine. That's March.
Yep.
Essentially,
Wanda.
essentially, Conrad, it's going to be a long weekend for me because next week is state tournament for fencing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be like mentally and physically exhausted. So I'll keep you updated.
All right, yeah. Let us know as soon as you are gonna say no, because we might. I mean, I don't want to have all the fights without you in space.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
But if
Can't
you're
beat the
also
crap out
like,
of people.
if you're also like, if you're just doing space travel and getting to the planet, do it without me. I'll be there for next week. Then we can do some stuff in between. It'll just be a short session.
All right.
Yeah,
Yep. I'll
okay.
keep you updated.
Alrighty.
Sounds good. All right.
See you
thank
guys.
Again. Have a good night,
Hey,
everyone.
man.
Good night.
Yeah. Can't wait for fucking March.
March
Me
Madness.
too. I
Yep.
got so many things in March already needing to be done.
A ton of things planned.
I don't got planned. I just got plans to make money.
Yeah. There's a convention that's happening in
Nice.
my city. Bring
Oh,
some
what's the convention?
celebrities. Galaxy